Hi and welcome to Leicestershire. I'm your Literature Development Officer. Today we have a great show for you lined up with Spy Dog author Andrew Coe, who'll be answering questions from this bunch of muffins on the other side of the table. Why did I get roped into this? I don't know.
Okay, first question. George.
Oh, me.
Introduce yourself, George. George.
My name is George.
Actually, Turtle.
Okay, George.
What's your question,
Ask your
George?
question.
I have lots of questions, but I'll do one now. What is the best thing about Lara, the dog, the spy dog, when she's a spy dog thingy?
When she's a spy dog or when she's a normal dog?
When she's a spy dog.
When she's a spy dog, I think the best thing about spy dog is the gadgets. Now, what you can't see on the camera is the dog is lying under the table now, and she has lots and lots of gadgets, particularly in Spy Dog 2. May as well advertise while we're on the web. Oh, look, Spy Dog 2, where she has a collar with special pills in it, and the pills, apparently one of the pills gives you a very poorly tummy and makes you need to go to the toilet very badly, which always makes me laugh for some reason. So that's the best gadget. The best thing about Spy Dog is the gadgets.
Oh.
Thanks, George.
My name is Caitlin. Hi. Yes, my first question is, out of 8, what is the best thing about being an author and why?
Thanks, Caitlin. What a great question. First of 8. Could be until midnight. The best thing about being an author is, because I never set out to be an author, so I always feel a little bit of a fraud. I think the best thing is about going to events like this and appearing on the internet like we probably are at the moment. And also meeting other authors, meeting people like Jeremy Strong and Jacqueline Wilson and Charlie Higson and people who are like really, really world famous. And learning. I love learning, and I love meeting other authors and learning what they do and how they come up with their ideas. So thanks, what a great question, Caitlin.
Thank you.
Out of 8. Next one.
Did any of the inspirations for the events in Spy Dog come from your children?
I think a lot of children's authors that I have met originally wrote their books for their children, and I'm no different. So what you'll notice in Spy Dog is that the children are called Sophie and Ollie, and my children also are called Sophie and Ollie, and the dog's called Lara, and my dog's also called Lara. So I think the whole of the thing is based on, I originally wrote Spy Dog for my daughter, which is why in it says for my favourite daughter, and I read a chapter a night. So I think everything in there is inspired by the family, actually, I would safely say. Yeah, great question, thank you.
Next one.
Hi, I'm Jess. When you were writing your first book about Lara, why did you choose for her to be a spy dog?
Why did I choose for Lara to be a spy dog? Because the real Lara is so boring, so boring and so stupid, that it just seemed a complete different world for her to all of a sudden become a spy dog. And I think it's the contrast between the normal, real, everyday, boring mutt and the super sophisticated spy dog that I just thought was a nice contrast. So that's why I made her a spy, because I know in real life she's thick.
Aww.
Great question though, thank you.
Later on in the show, Lara gets to speak and answer some of their critics.
I am Anna. My question is, have you been anything before you were an author?
Ooh, that's a good question, Anna. Have I been anything before I was an author? Yes, and I still am, to be honest. I always wanted to play football for Derby County. That was my #1 ambition. Steady, George. As a Leicester fan, I know you find that hard to stomach. But you're crossing your questions out. You haven't got 8 left now. I've stolen your great question. My job, I only write books at night time. So in the day that leaves me free to do another job. And I work for myself in the daytime, and I've got another job, and I go around talking to adults about how their mind works. So I do training in businesses, which I know children don't think is very interesting, but it's the best job in the world, and I would never really ever want to be a full-time author. I'm very happy to just come up with ideas when I feel like it and not have the pressure. Imagine the pressure of Jacqueline Wilson. All she does is write books. She must have to get up in the morning and have to come up with ideas, because that's what her job is. And I think part of the beauty of what I do is because I only write if I feel like it. So that's the best job in the world. Great question, thank you.